Here's an interesting mushroom, Mr. Ischnoderma resinosum, also known as the resinous polypore. Some people call it stuff like Salisbury steak of the woods, beef of the woods. It's okay. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's a polypore, so kind of like chicken of the woods, with a similar texture, but it has a much shorter kind of window of opportunity for harvesting. Because this guy gets really, really tough. When I harvest it, sometimes I'll just take these guys. This is just the tender edge, just like you would cut on a chicken of the woods. Or, if I want to use the mandolin, which is probably my favorite way to trim these guys, just like with a dryad saddle, I'll probably cut and leave some of the tough portion on. Like this part right here, this inner part is all way too tough to eat. This guy might be a little questionable. These smaller nubbins, these will be good. But when you cut it and leave some of the woody part, it gives you kind of a handle to use while you're slicing it. And I mean, you can do it with a knife, it's just not as exact, and this is just so easy. I love the mandolin for everything. So let me just make sure it's thick enough here, or thin enough rather, and I'll just hold it, and then I'll just make some slices. And when you slice, you'll be able to feel right here where it's getting tough, because it'll start to catch on the mandolin. So when you feel that, just stop. Like, it should go through really nice and clean. And you'll see I'm not going to get a ton of yield off this guy. Like, that's about it. These could have been a little bit younger, but they'll make a decent example. This guy's pretty good. We'll see how much we get off him. It's starting to catch. So you can see you don't get a ton of yield. The good part is these can fruit in really big numbers. And with this leftover stuff, you can dice that up, put it in your food processor and dry it. Make some stock with it or something. That'd be fine. I haven't done too much with it yet. So the other way is just to take the tender margin, and then, you know, I've made sure that this is nice and tender, and I can just cut little nuggets like that. And then you can go and cook it just like any other mushroom. But the little shaved slices here are really good for these guys and with dryad saddles, just because they can be a little more on the textural, chewy side. So there's your Ischnoderma resinosum